The legend says that St. James Santiago, the apostle of Jesus Christ, was buried by his disciples on Monte Liberedon, also known as the hills of Pico Sacro. The legend says that around the year 813, a goat shepherd and a hermit called Pelagio discovered the tomb one night under a spectacular shower of stars. The word reached quickly to the King Alfonso II El Casto in Oviedo. Here's where King Alfonso decides to visit the hill of Libredon himself and becomes the first pilgrim on the route from Oviedo to Compostela, that is today known as the route of Camino Primitivo. He names the hill Campus Stellae, or Campo de Estrellas, the field of stars, which is the name today behind Compostela. The king orders to build a cathedral and name the region the city of Santiago. And here is where our Elcamino begins. So I visited Galicia when I was 6 years old, back in 1989. I was visiting my stepfather. His home is where he used to live and has his family back then, though all of us were living at Lanzarote, the Canary Island at the time. And I remember it pretty well actually, because especially when looking at the pictures, is that it kind of lay a very big impression on me, because it felt very mystical and a bit scary for a little kid at my age back then. I think it has to do with the culture, the nature, the climate that is pretty different from the rest of Spain as I know it. But I realized that those moments when you are silent and you are paying attention to what's around you, you kind of get that feeling, that Camino feeling, that energy that I think many people are talking about very often. And it doesn't have to be in El Camino. I think it is when you are aware of your surroundings that you kind of feel connected to the world and nature and yourself. And of course, when you are walking this long, you try to think about your future, your past, and your now. You have a lot of time to think about things when you are walking away from society or normal life. And many people travel the world to El Camino from different places, perhaps with a burden they want to lay and think about and perhaps leave behind, perhaps to just have the more connection to God or the adventure. And the thing, that connection to God in a spiritual way, and not very spiritual, but I know that the mission of St. James was to take Jesus Christ's message of love and peace to the world. And that love and peace kind of is very strong, perhaps, in the energy of El Camino. But it doesn't have to be about love either. It's the way of life, it's way of you, and that is a very strong energy that I think is very normal to feel when you are outdoors or in nature, but in Elcamino you kind of feel that too. I was very happy to ask my stepfather if he wanted to come and join me on Elcamino, and surprisingly fast, really fast, he decided to say yes.
Para oss. Var det den? Som är väldigt fin.
Den hade jag heller inte sett.
Jag hade inte sett den, så jag är väldigt bra.
I'm pretty sure I have more stuff than Lalo. Yeah. Pretty sure I have more stuff than you, Lalo, but one of the things I have here is way too much camera gear, but okay. So my stepfather is going to use the Gossamer Gear Gorilla. It's a pretty good backpack. It's a bit different from mine, but it seems very, very comfortable and lightweight as well. I don't think it is fully waterproof though, but I think it will be great backpack. Gosh, det är ingenting. Härligt. Nej, jag
Börjar vi komma?
Ja, mer råd med kamera.
Esto es gulti.
Un poco de
Det blir bra det där alltså.
Dani mira también, ¿no?
Sí.
Bien.
Jag tror det blir bra då.
Veldig bra.
Det är sikkert.
Ja, nå er jeg mer happy når alt er sånn
Ikke
avtalt.
tro. Det blir kjempebra.